Hello, everybody, and welcome back for another episode of My Chaotic Budget. My name is Sandra, and on this channel, we do all things budget related as it pertains to mine and my husband's paychecks. And in this episode, we are going to go ahead and do our Sunday budget reset. Yes, we need to do our Sunday budget reset, and we are going to go ahead and look at how the week went from Monday the 19th to today, which is Sunday the 25th. Welcome everyone. Welcome to those of you who are new. Thank you for being here. If you would like to get yourself a drink, get yourself something like a snack, go for it. Because this time around, we are going to go ahead and do our weekly reset, and we're going to plan for Monday, January 26th through Sunday, February 1st. And it looks interesting, to be honest. All right, so let's go ahead and take a look here at how our week began. We began our week doing pretty well. I think having a plan for a daily budget of $40 is something I would like to carry over. So the first step in this Sunday budget reset is to review our spending. So in review, we started off very strong, like I said. Tuesday, we spent some money because the SpongeBob movie came out. And if you're new here, I am a mom. I am a mother of 3 children. One who is an adult, of course, and the other 2 are little. And so they love SpongeBob, even though I think my son loves SpongeBob still to this day. Anyway, and you can see that we kind of went over this daily budget of $40, but I really do like this $40 budget, and I would like to carry that over and try to see if we can keep it. We did maintain it at least for one day, which I understand. It was a tough one to make, but I think after everything that we've done for the past few days, $40 is going to be perfect for us. So let's continue to review our spending. My husband had lunch. I did not. We had dinner. Here we are. I had lunch at home, which was bagels. I made myself a bagel for lunch. And then here for dinner, I think my husband and I, we had El Pato that evening because our daughters had gone to dance class with Grandpa. Grandpa's doing much better, by the way. So those of you who sent prayers, I appreciate it. He is up and walking and doing so many things now. And we are just so happy to have that, to have Grandpa happy and busy with the girls again. And the girls are happy too. On Wednesday, things got a little bit crazy because I thought I was going to have jury duty. So I was already thinking to myself, okay, I'm not going to be at work. I'm going to go ahead and just focus on this. And then what ended up happening was they canceled the jury duty that morning. And so I had to go back to work because my school district is very strict when it comes to jury duty. In jury duty, you have to have an attendance letter. You have to have all this stuff. So since they canceled it, I had to find myself getting back to work. So my plan for that day kind of changed a little bit. My husband, he ended up having Arby's. He also bought popcorn from the movie theater so we could watch SpongeBob. So we bought SpongeBob on Tuesday, but we didn't watch it as a family until Wednesday. And then, of course, we had dinner for Raising Cane's for $44.23. So those were the first 3 days of the week. Then, of course, my paycheck kicked in, and it kicked in early, which it kicked in on Thursday. I thought I was not going to get paid until Friday, but my check came in earlier. So I was able to do the budget. I was able to take care of everything that I needed to do. But my husband was also happy that I had gotten paid early. But we had to go ahead and spend things to prepare for the storm that was coming our way. So we spent money on groceries, which was a lot of canned goods, a lot of things that could help get us through just in case our power went out. And so, of course, groceries are not cheap. So we spent $204.92 there. Then I ate at work. I had lunch. It was kind of like a work lunch because I was speaking to one of our supervisors, and so I was wanting to make sure that, it was kind of like a working lunch. And so it was a little bit more pricey, but I went ahead and I got that. My husband had dining out as well for $19.46. And then we had a family dinner of $48.73. I had gotten out of work late. And, it was kind of like a makeup day too, because I worked late on Wednesday. However, I didn't go to work on Monday. So there were things that I needed to do that I took care of on Thursday. So it was just crazy. Had to find things out, had to figure it out, but we made it work. Then Friday, I was very happy that time was there. We got to spend time together as a family. Look at that. Ghost Adventures and Abbott. We watched these two shows. Very happy. Loved it. My husband and I, which we were watching on Amazon Prime, we caught up on Fallout. So we watched that today. I love being able to watch some shows with my husband. Let's see here. This was a very spendy day too. I had lunch at Pyology. My husband had lunch at Reina's. And then we bought things that we needed from Target. Like I needed toilet paper. We had no toilet paper. So toilet paper itself is like $20-$30. And then we bought some canned SpaghettiOs because my girls, they like SpaghettiOs. Then I filled up my vehicle with gas. My husband needed a backpack for work to carry his computer. So it was $19.47. And then we had Dutch Brothers. Since I was next to Target, we had Dutch because it was right there. And it was like, you know what? It's Friday. Let's go. We did not have Dutch Brothers, but only one time that week. So I'm very happy about that. We controlled ourselves. I cannot say the same will happen this coming week, but at least I tried. Okay. And then over here, the winter storm, we had to prepare for the freeze, and my husband, his father had told him that he needed help getting his house ready for the freeze. And so he needed to spend a good chunk of his day over there with his parents, getting their house ready, covering their plants, doing all of the things that they need. And he also needed to spend some money. So he spent money at Lowe's. We spent money as a family at IHOP for breakfast. Walmart gave us a credit back from the first purchase that we made. And then my husband had to buy some other things that his dad needed for the plant covering. And then diesel he filled up. And then here, today is Sunday. And yes, we of course spent more money on groceries because we needed them. We needed them for the things that we need for here at house. And this of course was our dinner yesterday. Very, very spendy. So the latter part of the week was the heaviest spending. The beginning of the week was the easiest. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to move this Post-it over for a daily budget of $40. And I'm going to try to carry that into the upcoming week. I really like this idea, and I really want to try to see if I can stick to it. And I'm going to try to minimize eating out during the week. So I know I'm going to do that. But like I said, I feel pretty good about how the beginning of the week was compared to the end of the week. And if we had not had that winter storm coming our way, we would not have spent so much money here, and we would not have spent so much money here. But because I got paid early and we did have a little bit of extra funds, not a lot, but a little bit of extra funds, we felt like it was doable. So I'm happy. All right, so step 1, we reviewed our spending. That is done. So when we come back for step 3, we're going to look at how we're going to plan for this week. But before we can do that, we got to go to step 2. Step 2 is to update our budget trackers. So expense tracking is super duper important. And so we have to make sure that everything in here is up to date. And it looks like I've already put in everything. So I know I have the purchases from here. These were the beginning of the week and this was the middle of the week. So I've got these down and I've got them taken care of. So now the only thing I gotta do is actually put in the highlight. In my expense tracking, I only use 6 categories, and of those 6, we have bills, sinking funds, savings, cash withdrawals, groceries, dining out, gas, and spending. And so I usually will put what category it comes out from over here on the side. So since we've got some spending going on, I gotta highlight those in green. So we've got our Best Buy, we've got our Dutch Bros, we've got Lowe's, and we've got Walmart. So these were things that needed to get purchased. For the most part, the only thing that seems extravagant was the Dutch Bros, but that is something I am not going to ask for forgiveness for. All right. And then here we did dining out at IHOP. We did dining out at Herradura, and that needed to get highlighted. You can see I already have I think El Pato was on this paycheck. Yes, see, so this paycheck was for that. So that got covered over there. And then this was the other part of the week when I got paid. Okay, so we've got that done and we've got that highlighted. The next thing would be groceries, which we highlight in purple. And we bought a lot of groceries. There was an adjustment to our groceries there. And then we bought more groceries today. And hopefully we don't need to buy any more. And then my husband had to fill up his truck with diesel, which normally we don't really have to because the truck doesn't get used very often. But it was going to be used just in case anything happened throughout the storm. So we can see here we have $336 left. And that's pretty good because the next paycheck that's going to kick in is going to be on the 28th. And because it's on the 28th, which my friend Margot, she just said that that's going to be her birthday. So, woohoo! Margot is going to be celebrating her birthday this week. We're going to have a little bit extra funds, and this is going to definitely go towards our February bills. Whatever our February bills are, this is going to go towards it, and then we can find out whatever is extra. Okay, so step 2 done. Our expense tracking has been updated. Very cool. So remember this, we have $336 for the upcoming week. All right, so let's take a look at the week and what is coming up. So I do want to plan for a $40 budget. Let's see, Monday's going to be a delayed start because of the storm. I wish they would just cancel school, but they're not going to. Let's see, Tuesday is going to be a long day. Let's see here. Wednesday is payday. Oh, I need to put a little payday sticker. Give me one moment. Okay, so we've got our payday here. So because that is payday, I'm going to have to do a private budget. Then I'm going to have to do a public budget. I'm going to have to, which I think I've already done all of this. Yes, I have. Because I've already created the extra paycheck budget. Woohoo! I'm already ahead of the game, girl. Okay, I don't need to take anything out. That's why. Because, oh my goodness. You know what? It's not my paycheck. It's my husband's check. But my check already happened. You see, I got a little confused. So this is a different budget. Hello. Okay, so I have not done this. This has not been done because this is my check that's for February. I got a little excited. Okay, so teller slip. Let's see, and then pay bills. So this is like my check. There we go. Okay, that way I know for sure this is my check. And then let's see here. So I have private budget, public budget, teller slip, pay bills. Let me see any updates. Okay, we've got that. let's see, Thursday. This is going to be a long day at work. Okay, so you can see here we have a long day at work on Thursday. We have a long day at work on Friday. And I'm even having to work this coming Saturday. And I will be working from like 6 a.m. all the way till 9 p.m. It's going to be a crazy day, but it's part of the job, right? It's part of the job. So I got to make sure I get that taken care of. And then we'll do our Sunday budget reset on February 1st, which is going to be, of course, the start of the next budgeting month. Yay! Oh my goodness. Okay, so we're going to stick with this plan. Plan for a daily budget of $40. And hopefully we don't need to spend more than $40 a day. Hopefully what I'm planning to do is just kind of like keep the tracking of expenses on the side. There's more flowers over here. I didn't keep that in mind. I should have like scooted this down a little bit, but I thought it looked pretty. So there wasn't enough room here, so I just scoot the line over, but it's okay. We'll make it work. But I'm going to be so busy at work, I don't even know if I'm going to be able to fill this in. I'm going to probably have to do like backlogging. Okay, so step number 3 is done. We planned for the week ahead. And then over here, we need to do step 4, which is celebrating our wins. I think we did a fabulous job for the first half of the week. And that's my win. Doing a fabulous job. We did a budget closeout. Let me go ahead and write that down here. Fabulous budget closeout. I'm so happy. That was amazing. I'm excited to say that because, you know, so many things going on and whatnot, but that was a success. A fabulous budget closeout. We did amazing, and, you know, having a plan for $40 a day, I think that's really good too. I think that's really gonna help, because most of that is gonna go for my husband, and I'm gonna try to reduce what I spend. Even more so. Like, I'm going to do much better this time around. I'm going to do my best, and I think it'll all work out for the best. All right, guys, that's it for our Sunday budget reset. It's exciting. I'm glad it's done. Oh my gosh, I had fun decorating this time. This looks really, really pretty. I know it's a little bit busy, but I like it, and it was very relaxing for me. Alright guys, well that's all that I have for this video. Please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't already. And share this video. Maybe there's somebody out there who needs to know how to do a Sunday budget reset, or at least gives them some ideas on how to do it. And maybe we can help them. Alright, well that's all I've got. I'll see you all in the next one. Bye!